Hi, Sydney.
Hello, hello.
How are you right now?
I will say currently I'm decent.
Decent. Decent
Decent.
is the best we can ask for. And you're surrounded by this green life. You know, my green thumb is just shaking right now at the beauty.
Well, for each plant shows you how many times I've had a nervous breakdown in this bitch. So every time I'm like, everything's in shambles, I go right online and I buy a plant. So
I
there's
over
16 plants in here. So, and I buy flowers weekly. So there you go.
self-care, self-care.
Yeah.
Wait. Are those plants in like a short span of time? Like have those 17 breakdowns happened in the last few months, or has it been over years that you've had these plants?
No, babe, I just got this. This just started like maybe 3 weeks ago. I mean, no. Sorry, 3 months ago.
Okay, me too, me too. I had like one fig and like and now I have a literal 9 plants, and I got them at the top of quarantine because I was like, I can't. I need to.
You think it's for like aesthetically, you're like, oh, it makes my apartment look better, but it's really about I'm trying to hone in this madness by
Yes.
purchasing something that I have to keep alive.
Yes.
That's all it
I'm
is.
trying to put this anxiety and this
Mm-hmm.
energy into a different bit of life. Yes,
Yes,
I'm with
that's not a person.
that's not a person, because a person shouldn't handle all this. They shouldn't have to receive all this. I'm
You
trying to
shouldn't.
give it to the figs. Okay, before we go too far in, because we're
We will
about to
go off the rails. I just want you to know I love a tangent and I love to throw people off all day. That's
and
what
I
I
live
do.
for it. I live for it. But let's have you introduce yourself to the people with your use starting with your pronouns, and tell us anything you want us to know about you.
Okay. It's she, her, tired. Is tired a pronoun? Can we do that? Because that is me. Whatever
Yes.
tired is,
That's
that's my
you.
pronoun.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm Sydnee Washington, a comedian, actress. Yeah. Oh no, I'm an Instagrammer now. That's actually so
You
it's
are.
I'm okay. Sydnee Washington,
Yes.
comedian, actress, Instagrammer. Because that's
Yes.
my life now.
Your show. Can you plug your show real fast?
Yeah, I have a show every Sunday called Sid Can Cook. The gag is I can't. So we try to figure out how to make something with 5 to 8 other people who don't know how to make it either. It's good.
It's very very entertaining.
Hmm. It's
and
good. It's
and the
fun.
final products are, do you eat them? I know, do you eat the
I
final product?
do. I do. But I won't lie. There is gumbo in there that needs to be thrown out because I ate like half of it. And now it's like, why are you making this for a family? It's just you and your
Yeah,
cats.
yes.
That's it.
How many cats
Nobody
do you
else.
have?
I have dos cats. But
Those.
hold on, before you drag me, I got these cats way before the pandemic, and they were really just purchased to save my gay relationship that I'm no longer in. But I love them, Jelly and Jam. They keep me afloat,
How dare
and
you? That's why
uh,
I'll drag you. How dare you? You named them
w-
Jelly and Jam.
well, because they look the same.
How
They look the same.
dare
They're
you?
brother and sister.
It's adorable.
It's so cute, right?
It's super fucking cute. I'm
Lesbians,
allergic
we
to
know how to
cats.
do it. We know how
Y'all
to name
really
cats.
do. Mine
Yeah,
is Corey with a K. I want it to be
Corey.
really difficult. Yeah.
Corey with
Corey.
a K?
Yeah, he's a
That's
pit mix.
different.
It's different. Korey. I wanted people to like really
Okay,
have
that's
to.
annoying. That's a person. That's not a cat. And I'm sure your cat has a weird personality. I'm
It's
not
a
gonna
dog.
lie.
Well, he's a dog because I'm allergic
It's
to
a dog.
cats. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
allergic to
okay.
cats. But no, he's got a good personality. But I just really wanted people to really work for him to be
Uh-huh.
part of the family. That's why I named him
Right, right,
Corey.
right.
We were thinking about like a cute like water, and it was just like, no, that's not.
No.
Don't name him Water. Name the baby Water. The human child will be named something
What?
crazy.
Yeah, I feel
Water.
like Corey has a trust fund. I feel like
Absolutely right. That
that's good for him.
we're trying to manifest that. I mean,
Hmm.
right now he is on his walk. This let me tell you,
He's on his walk. So yes, he has
I'm
a
here and
trust
he's
fund.
on a walk.
That's insane.
That's
You're doing
insane.
well. You have
We're
money for a dog walker.
I mean, it's
Meanwhile, we're in a full blown pandemic and you can take your ass out and walk your own dog because we're not at work, but you have a walker. So good for you. That is so beige of you. And I think that is the look at the moment. Thank you.
Sydney, please don't track me on my own goddamn
Sorry.
show.
Sorry.
My own goddamn show. How dare
I
you?
can't believe you have a walker,
Of
dude.
course.
You have
I've
a
had
dog walker. You
absolutely.
can pause. Let me tell you, you can pause this, go walk your dog, come back, and still have time to
Sydney,
finish the pod.
Sydney, how dare you? My life is complicated. It's
All right,
overwhelming.
it's fine.
I
You're
take my
right.
breaks where I need them. I mean, we've already talked about. I have like 9 plants up in here, so
You're right.
you know, it's not that. It's like
Okay,
$20.
go back to your
I'm so
podcast.
sorry.
Do
You're right.
do what you were doing. I'm
I'm so
rude.
sorry.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm full. We just stopped so that I could get red.
Yeah.
It's okay. All right. I'm gonna ask you the little black folks question of the day, which
Mhm.
is, what sitcom home would you like to live in?
I'm gonna say it's kind of similar to where I am right now, but is was this a sitcom? Living Single. Yeah,
Yes.
Living Single.
Which one though? Would you like to live in the girls or the boys?
The girls.
The
The girls.
girls. Yeah, the
Yeah.
girls had a better time.
Brownstone,
Yes.
Brooklyn. You can't lose. They had more than one bathroom, upstairs,
Yes.
downstairs, very
Sure.
spacious, kitchen immaculate. Like I love that the counter space was larger than
Yes.
life.
Yes. And the swinging door. I love the old school swinging door into the kitchen,
I
and
wish
an
I had that.
entrance, a back
Mhm.
entrance, which is
A
cute.
back entrance, that is wealth. So
Yes. And they had a nook in there too.
they sure did.
They had that little breakfast nook. That is a
Mhm.
good house. Did we ever see Regine's room?
I don't know.
I
But
don't
given her
know.
energy, I bet you her room was very messy. There's
What
no way you could be that shady and going on those many dates and have a room in order. Not
That's fair.
possible. No.
That's fair. Oh, of our living single cast, who do you identify with the most? Or who do you think you are? Like, are you
I want to say that I'm Maxine.
you are a Maxine? I was gonna say that for you, but
I want to say I'm Maxine,
the way you
but
just dragged me, you are a Maxine.
I'm Maxine. But I have what's her name? The really quirky one. I forgot.
Sinclair.
Sinclair. I have Sinclair tendencies though.
Okay, so you're like a hybrid. You're
Yes,
a
I'm a hybrid.
Maxine with a Sinclair rising.
Yes, that's
Yes.
exactly what I am. Yeah.
I love that. My sitcom home, what comes to mind? It's not particularly beautiful, but also very spacious. And I feel like Harriet did a really good job, making it feel warm. Obviously, I'm talking about Family Matters.
Right. I was
Winslow,
going to say that was the second one.
the Winslow household, and that was like the biggest house besides Fresh Prince. Like, I felt like that house was so big, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure the pilot of Living Single is the Winslow house.
What?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have to go back and check this
Judith,
one out.
fact check it.
We have to fact.
I'm 99% sure, like in the pilot of Living Single, it's the Family Matters house.
I want to say that you're wrong on that. I don't think that's true.
You are like, you want me to be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think I'm right. I think Judith is gonna check it out while we'll figure that out. But I live for the Winslow household because, again, it felt big, it felt homey, it felt like you could put your feet up if you wanted to. The kitchen was very spacious. Those homes didn't have dining rooms, did they?
Because who's sitting down to eat like that?
Nah.
Come on.
Where do you eat?
The only time you sit down to eat is Thanksgiving, which is
Sure.
canceled. We need to cancel Thanksgiving, and we should not be celebrating that no
Yes.
more.
Yes.
The year of problematique, we need to be more on point and just say, why are we doing this?
Yes. We
Christopher
need to ask more
Columbus
questions.
was a murderer, a rapist,
Absolutely.
and not good. Like, yes, he just in quotation discovered America, but I mean, where are my Native American friends? I really don't
Come
have any.
on.
So
Yes. So
sorry,
Thanksgiving.
that was another tangent.
No, but we
Bring it back.
appreciate
Bring it
that.
back.
No, it is
Bring it back.
what you're talking about. Well, I will bring it back because Judith says that I am correct. Living
Oh,
Single was filmed on the
whoa!
Family
I know
Matters house.
nothing.
Listen, I'm not trying to say that I'm better than you in this
You
moment,
are when it
but
comes to facts. Thank you. You're king of facts. So blessed to have you.
so yeah. You're just really fortunate to be in this conversation with me. Where would you be without me? But
Okay, but where do I eat? I eat on the couch. I
you
eat on the couch, and I have like a little storage ottoman thingy that is now something that I use like as a table. So I use
Cute.
that. But I have a light blue couch, so it's very brave of me to eat on it. I sleep and eat on this bad boy, and it's not dirty. It's not dirty. It's let me show you.
Yeah. Oh, she's cute. Where's
It's
she
like a
from?
dusty blue. It's
It's
like,
a
but not
dusty
dusty
blue.
like you ain't shit. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
work
yeah. No,
type.
like a dusty, like it's a color. It's a yeah,
Yeah,
the dusty blue.
dusty.
I live
Yeah.
for a dusty blue. Wait, where is she from? You know, I love furniture.
She's from All Modern, which is the
Okay.
sister company to Wayfair, which is also canceled and
Canceled.
blocked.
Absolutely.
And no, I don't want to see anybody ordering from there. AKA, I have many items in here that's from Wayfair, and I'm not throwing them out.
I
But yes,
absolutely unsubscribed from my Wayfair All
me
Modern
too. Me
emails
too.
yesterday or 2 days
Me
ago.
as
I was
well.
like, oh, this is too much.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Let me let me ask you. I do want to agree with you. Thanksgiving should be canceled, but what should it be? Because I really do want to eat my food. So, like, is it just like Sunday dinner? Should we just bring back Sunday dinners?
Sunday dinner, and it's like soul food. The movie,
Yes.
it should be like that. They would do Sunday dinners and the family would be together and the
Yes.
food would be good and seasoned properly, which half the time, let's be
Absolutely.
honest, for Thanksgiving, people are being real not diplomatic at all. Their Friendsgivings are
They're holding back
desperate,
on the salt.
desperate and just not uplifting.
No.
Nobody knows the recipe. The biscuits dry
People are
and
experimenting.
store bought
Ugh,
everything.
the
Yeah.
cake is in a
So
box from Enterman's. We don't like that. We want
if you bring something that's in a box from Intamans, what is this? Are we in college?
like, oh, are you are we friends? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like you don't like me, you hate
I,
me.
I'd rather you say that you're unemployed and have no money and you can't bring anything than
One
to
thousand
bring that.
percent, 1000%. Please keep
So
your intimates. I'm with you. I'm with
I'm
you.
on the record saying that. Cancel me. Cancel me. Because
We're
am I being
canceling
classist? Am I
Thanksgiving. We're
being-
canceling modern, all modern, and we're canceling Sydney Washington. That's what we're
yeah.
doing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Soul Food is also one of the most amazing movies. If you haven't seen it, you absolutely need to. Vanessa Williams and Vivica A. Fox,
Play the hell out Nia Long.
Neil Long, Michael Beach. There are a lot of incredible people in that movie.
Legendary
Legendary.
soundtrack, unbelievable.
Ooh,
Babyface did his
talk
damn
about a
thing.
soundtrack.
Uh,
Ooh.
uh. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
ain't singing shit.
yeah.
You ain't
What
singing.
about me? What about us? What
Hey,
we gonna
hey.
do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Come
I'm here for it.
on.
Come on, it is
I'm gonna
good.
watch that this weekend now. Thank you for
You're
reminding me. I was
you're
gonna
very
watch it last
welcome.
night, but it beat Stella got her groove back. And it did not beat Stella got her groove back, and that's
Stella
what I
Got Her Groove Back is another good one. I own like 3 DVDs, and Soul Food is one of them.
no.
Sister Act 2 is the other. And there's
Oh,
a
you know what? I might watch that tonight too.
now Sister Act 2
Damn.
is on Disney Plus right now, not to plug Disney, but you know, no,
Canceled.
they have so much
Subscription
money.
canceled. After Black is King canceled. They're still emailing me like, hey, your card's not going through. And it's not. It's not going to go through. I give you the card that doesn't work, hon. I did the trial and that's it. Come here, arrest me, and throw away the key because I am not reopening that subscription. It's not
Now
happening.
tell me, did you get the subscription for Black is King? Is
Yeah,
that how you
that's it.
okay, beautiful. What'd you think about Black is King? Come on now.
Visually incredible.
Yes.
The music was good too. Whatever message she was conveying, I feel like I got it. And she gave you art, which she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
The videography is, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
Yeah.
videography
Uh-huh.
was impeccable.
It was. It was. You're holding back.
Oh no, cinematography. That's what I meant. See, I'm just like y'all. You're listening like that bitch don't know how to speak. And it's like, but you don't know how to speak either, honey. I read your tweets. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
Relatable.
I am your cousin on Facebook. I'm gonna make those
Absolutely.
mistakes. But you know what? I'm not hiding my mistakes. That's why I'm putting it on Facebook and I'm pressing send.
You're putting it forward. You are leading with your mistakes because that's what keeps us relatable, keeps us grounded. I saw one of your cats. Is that Jelly or Jam?
That is Jelly. Jelly.
I love
Yeah,
it.
she's very skinny. She has like a little diet that she's got going on. I don't know if she's getting ready for Fashion Week for next year,
1000%.
but
It does
she's
take
very
a
svelte,
for those
and
things.
the male cat is, just having a good time. living it up.
Living his life.
Mhm.
That's really dark. Men, men not taking care of themselves, ladies.
Like they do. Oh, it really feels like it's an example of where we are right now. Women
Yeah,
and men,
yeah.
the male cat living his life, not
Living
caring
his
about
life,
his
not
body.
giving a fuck,
Yeah.
knowing that it's
Jelly
okay.
hiding and scurrying it away and not eating enough, and him eating her food.
Yeah.
Cancel the cats. Cancel me and the cats and
Wow,
Wayfair.
we've canceled a lot and we're like 15 minutes in. There will be nothing by the end of this. But I'm going to ask the big black folks question to
Yeah.
prevent cancellation,
Mm-hmm.
which is, Sid, who is the most influential black queer person in your life and why?
It doesn't have to be like a celebrity, or
No, no, don't know. Anyone, if you want it to be, it's fine. But anyone, like, who's the most influential black queer person in your life and why?
I'm gonna say. Can I say a few? I have a few.
Sure.
I have a few. I'm
There are no
sorry.
rules. Don't
Yeah.
apologize.
I just think in this climate to just put one, that's like not enough,
That's not
considering
enough.
they claim they don't know who we are. So you got to give lists at this point.
That's real.
Larry Owens, a very close friend of mine. I
We
mean,
love
he's
Larry.
just he is himself wholeheartedly extremely talented. So he leads with his talent. It's not like gay first, but he's
Mhm.
also like gay, black, queer, larger man, and we see all of that. But he leads with his talent. He's undeniably incredible, and I need to see people like that because it makes me want to move forward and be better
Yeah.
and know that our work of art is out there to be gathered and get coins for. So,
Come on.
um, love him. Another one is Dwayne Perkins. Just, I mean, booked on booked.
Come on.
Incredible writer, beautiful bone structure and body and can dance and just
Gorgeous. All of
is
it. Unapologetically.
unapologetically
I got you.
unapologetically. I had a Red Bull today, so my tongue is like,
I got you,
which is
cousin.
great because if you're dating me,
Ah!
I
She
know what
better
I'm
get that
doing,
plug. She better get that
which I
plug in.
just knew how to do better at. Like I just realized how to be better at giving head as a lesbian this year.
Wow.
Anywho,
How?
so
Okay.
that's
Yes. Yes.
Larry Owens, Larry Owens, Dwayne Perkins, and Sam J. Also Sam J.
Yes. Did you have anyone growing up, like when you were growing up when you were younger? Was there anyone that you looked up to or
No,
no?
no one was gay. No one was outwardly gay.
What was that
Nobody.
like?
It was very, black Christian Southern folks.
Where
My
are you
family is
from?
from Little Rock, Arkansas, and then they made their way to Oakland, California, posted up there, and they lived in the church until they died. So yeah, that was pretty much my life. And I didn't grow up with my mom. I grew up with my great aunt and great uncles, and they were just super family oriented and godly, God-fearing people. So yeah,
Yeah.
there were no gays. Even if they thought somebody was gay, they said, that person just funny. Or, I heard the word bull dagger several times. So
Oof.
maybe there were gay people out there, but I didn't know exactly what they meant until later on in life.
How much later? Like how old were you?
I mean, I kissed my first person I kissed was a girl, which was my neighbor. But and I didn't know what that was called. I just knew that I kissed
You felt
somebody and
something.
it felt good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I guess I didn't realize about people being gay until I came to New York when I was 13,
Okay.
14. And my middle school was in the village. So
Oh, okay.
that's when I really, really saw, people just being outward about their sexuality. There's rainbows everywhere. So it's like, okay, this
Yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
life.
You grew up in New York?
I was born in New York, so
Uh-huh.
you better call me a New Yorker. But I was supposed to have a childhood, so they scurried me on to the West Coast to have a backyard and to climb fences and have a big wheel. Do you even know what a big wheel is?
That is that like the big version of the Hot Wheels? It's like you can drive in it.
No, darling. It is a
Oh wow.
very, very low pedaling bike. It's like bike adjacent, but it's very low to the ground. And it's the one big wheel and like two. It's like a tricycle, low key.
Oh,
But it's cool. And if you're a if you're a kid with a backyard, you had a big wheel. And
okay.
I had three.
Ah!
So
Oh, but she was making fun of my dog walker, but she had three big wheels. Okay.
well, can't do that with the way I grew up. I'm telling you how I live now. I'm top ramen, cup of noodles, honey.
Come
But
through.
growing up, I had 3 big wheels and a shed. I had a
come
shed.
come you better brag. Um I think I also so I grew up in New York, born, raised, and then not to, brag, but I did stay in New York.
Wow. Some people just have it their way.
Yes,
It sometimes it is McDonald's or Burger King, and you could just have it
one
your
of
way.
them. You can
You could
have it your
stay
way. And I
you could
absolutely
stay
did.
in New York and you turn out fine. Like, look at your skin. I would
Girl,
not assume that you were from New York with
because of the
how
skin.
poreless you are.
Wait, can I say something to
Yeah.
you? So you love your skin and you do such an impressive job with keeping your skin and giving us the skin tips on Instagram.
Mhm.
And you said something that changed my life, which was something like, make sure that you are washing and moisturizing your neck. And I was like,
Yeah. It hurts to talk about, but the neck and the hands is a dead giveaway of how old you are or how ragged your life is. So even if you're like exfoliating and masking up your face, but your neck and hand looks like an oak tree, that means you're
how dare
dehydrated
you?
and you're not taking care of the
The
other
skin,
points.
yes,
The
which
skin.
is
And that means you're probably over 35.
how,
I'm just
just
throwing
like
it out
just
there.
throwing it out there. So every
Which there's nothing wrong with being 35. I'm just saying if
35 is
you're on
wonderful. I'm very
IMDb
close to
saying
it.
that you're 27,
You better get that neck
we
and those
yeah,
hands.
we
Well,
you've
I
been caught.
every time I wash my face, my skin routine in the morning, I always do the neck. And I low key think of you because I'm always like,
Thank
Sydney
you.
says, make sure you get your
I just want to
neck.
help everyone out if I
You
can.
you really are helping. But what I was gonna say is, 13, 14 for me, I think was when I understood, not understood, but when I saw gayness, because I also
Mhm.
grew up in the church. My grandmother was a minister. And so like my relationship to gay people was that being gay was not good. It
No.
wasn't as like it eventually got dark with my mother and I, which we can talk
Mhm.
about later. But it wasn't like, oh, those fucking faggots. It wasn't any of that energy. It was just kind of like, that's a sin. You like don't do that. We're not here for that life. But God loves everybody also. Like that.
Which is the LOL. It's like he died for our sins, yada yada yada, but
But
don't be
also
these things because then he won't love you anymore.
he won't love
But
you.
that's
He won't
weird
get into
because
heaven.
yeah,
But he loves everybody, but not if you're
the contradictions. It's the
lots of
contradictions
contradictions.
for me.
It's the contradictions for me, honey. Um, and so then I think but when I started going to Manhattan, I think that's why I loved Manhattan was because
Mhm.
downtown you would just see queer people, and I didn't know that that's what I was. I think I don't know if this was for you as well, but kids called me gay before I knew that I was gay. Was that the same? No.
No, because again, heteronormative, I looked straight. I
Hmm.
was dating boys at the time. Unless I was in basketball shorts and had a broad back, like nobody's gonna call a woman a lesbian or gay unless
Sure.
they're fully like making out and holding hands with girls. Because
Sure.
girls can even hold hands and still be like, well, they're just friends. They're
They're
playing.
just girls. Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
just girls being girls. So yeah, I didn't get any of that. And actually I got frustrated when I was like fully into I am a lesbian now and people were still like, but you don't look gay. You're not gay enough. How are you gay? Da, 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 da. And it's like, who is making these
These
rules on what gay looks like
decisions.
or what it's supposed to be like
What is gay enough, do you think, for like a lesbian?
for a lesbian?
Yeah, what is gay enough look like, or do you think people think it looks like?
Well, I will say that Love and Basketball changed the game because there was obviously a woman, Sanaa Nathan. which was her name Sydney?
Sanaa
Lathan,
Lathan,
sorry.
but I don't remember what her character. Judith, can you look up what Sanaa Lathan's character's name was? But you keep telling us. Judith will tell us.
Her character was dressed the way she was. She played basketball and all that stuff, but she was fully into, Omar Epps.
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
she was she just so happened,
To be really good at basketball and love
yeah,
basketball.
but you wouldn't look at it and be like, "Oh my god, that is a lesbian trying to be straight."
Right.
So, unless you play for the WNBA full time, no one is saying you look like a lesbian like that. But now they do because it's all about the way you dress. Because obviously there's studs, and then
Right.
there's femmes, and then like if you speak out, I go on women's pages all the time, and I try my best to figure out if they're not dating anybody, is this person gay or straight? Gay or straight?
Mm.
And it's hard because you really just don't know. And also, it's none of your damn business unless you're
Hey,
trying to date that person.
amen. By the way, the character's name is Monica Wright.
Monica. And what was his name?
I don't
I'm
know.
so bad at names with the characters.
So Sydney. So Sanaa Lathan played Sydney in Brown Sugar.
That's right. I remember. I
That's
was like,
why. Okay.
no, so now I was a Sydney
She
before.
was a
I'm not
Sydney in
wrong.
Brown Sugar. Yes.
Okay.
And Omar Epps was Quincy. Quincy McCall.
Quincy, we love that name. Bring
Yes,
it
we
back.
love that
Bring it back.
name.
If I have a baby and
Ooh.
it's a girl or a boy, it's Quincy.
Wow. I
Quincy's
was
gonna
like,
be
my
amazing.
next puppy's name is Quincy.
No, stop giving dogs real names. We're tired of that shit. Give them
How dare
silly animal names.
you?
This girl was calling her dog name was Oprah, and I was like, I don't see
No,
that.
no, no. I don't see
That's
that.
not the look.
That I won't.
Sit, Oprah, sit. No,
No, no, no, no, no, no,
no.
no, no. I won't co-sign that.
Bad Oprah. No,
No,
no.
no.
What's wrong with you?
I will
We
not
look up to
co-sign
her.
that.
What? No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Your dog shits in its sleep. No, not the same. Not the same.
You will not name your dog Oprah. No, I don't
Please.
co-sign that. Um, so okay, so there's so much I want to talk to you about. When did you well, maybe I should tell you my influential
Yeah,
queer
yeah.
person, and then we can like find a little meeting in the middle. So
Mhm.
the most influential queer person, there are a lot, obviously, but growing up, I didn't know if he was or that he was. It never came up. It came out like after his passing, but it was my godfather. And I don't know if my godfather was ever um like openly out, or but it was alluded to me that it was a struggle at some point.
Mhm.
But my godfather was literally everything for me. um and like was my father figure, because my dad, which is a whole another story, was just not
Yeah.
around.
We have a lot to unpack.
Oh, girl, so much to unpack. But my
Mhm.
godfather basically stepped in and took that position and was kind of the male presence, but was also very protective of me, and kind of gave me, obviously, but also gave me like a different understanding of masculinity and Black masculinity. By no means was he like very femme, but he also wasn't very butch. And that's that thing about, well, what is gay enough? Like he was just himself. And I didn't understand that that's what I was downloading, because as a kid, I don't think I started even considering queerness until puberty hit,
Mhm.
which is like 12, 13. And I definitely didn't come out until I was 19, 20. So I wasn't downloading my godfather as a queer person or what that meant. But now that I look back, he is the most influential, just because I think the gay enough thing where you're like, what does gay look like? Is it really fucking femme? Is it really butch? Is it a mix of like, what is it? And for him, he was just himself, and it was all about like caring about people. And he was a hairstylist and loved what he did, owned his own business, like lived in a beautiful apartment above his business, and just kind of never, I never experienced him compromising who he was, or like shrinking himself or making
That's
himself
beautiful.
less than or whatever. And so for me, that's the most influential, because when you come out, you're like, wait, like which tribe do lesbians have tribes? Is that a thing? Like quote unquote tribes, like, like for gay boys or queer men or male presenting, there's like bears and twinks and otters and cubs and
I don't
muscle.
know. I don't think so. I think because women are just allowed more freedom to be emotional and have that bond with each other that it's just we get to just be like we
Yeah.
can be surrounded by women no matter what their sexuality is, or we can be friends with numerous amounts of lesbians and be like, yeah, this is my crew.
Yes.
But it's just it's more emotion based, and I think we're allowed that
Yeah.
more. So guys kind of have to stick to,
There's a physical, there's an outward more.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. and
Maybe.
and I would like to put on the record that I came out so late, and I wouldn't even say I came out. It was more like the people who would care about my sexuality all died. They died out. So I just got to be.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I was necessarily ever in the closet, because if you wait long enough, the closet does not exist. Because if you
Yeah.
are old enough to you pay your own bills, you have your own friends, the right type of friends around you, and the right type of people in your circle, they're going to accept who you are. Like, period. They're
Wow,
just going to
that's
take it like you coming out and be like being 30 and like, "Well, I'm gay." And they're like, "Okay, bitch, do you need money? Like, what is you're telling me, and
Yeah,
what does
yeah.
this do for me?" You
Yes.
know?
Yes.
But when you're 19 and 20, when everybody wants to be in your business and whatnot, and like
Right, right,
every
right.
you feel like everything means more than what it really does,
Yeah.
you're giving them more power.
Yeah.
But yeah, by the time I came out, I was already bottle waitressing with most people who were already on drugs, and like, yeah, girl, you gay or you on Molly? Like, it's either or. Okay, yeah, we all gay. Like, it's just free flowing. People drinking day, night. Like, there's no judgment. There's no real
Yeah.
judgment. There, you would get judged more if you were at a table taking fake shots than saying what your sexuality is.
Sure.
So I just was able to be a lot more open because the people around me were like, "Girl, we don't care. Do
And
what
you
you
came
want."
out when you came out, you were in New York at that point too, right? So that
Hmm.
was probably also
Another place where it's just like,
you're just like
do
whatever.
you? The weird. It's just so many different. It's a hodgepodge of so many different people, groups, and collectively, we all see each other. And because you see these people, you're just more accepting. I
Yeah.
think. I could be wrong, but I think that New Yorkers, we just see stuff more often, and
Yeah.
it's not a surprise.
I mean, I think that New York has always been, I mean, obviously New York is very big. And so, you can't say it about every neighborhood in New York, but New York definitely, especially in the city, downtown,
Hmm.
there is more space for that freedom. And it's kind of like, there, it just feels different. I mean, I think that's why as a kid, 13, 14, even up to like 17, I went to NYU as well, like downtown.
NYU, you went to there? Oh,
Your eyes got
you
so
should have started
big
up top with that.
for no reason. You respect me more now. Is that what it is?
No, it's just like NYU. You're spoiled. You're amongst this league of people who are doing
Oh,
better than everyone
please.
else.
No, girl.
You
No.
have you're very articulate, and you know the words to say that are like the hot the hot topics that everybody can get in and be
Oh,
like, "Oh my god, Brandon,
no.
we love you."
Oh, no, honey. Don't believe the hype. I feel like NYU
You got
is
the Rolodex of people who went to NYU that are
certainly,
probably ready to go and do whatever you are doing and support your content.
if I were white, maybe, and we can have
Maybe.
that
Okay.
conversation.
Yeah. I'm
If I
talking
were,
shit. I
you
don't know
talking
what
shit.
I'm
If
saying.
I
You're
were
right.
white,
I'm not even
possibly.
confident in things I'm saying right now, but I just wanted to get it out there
You
because
wanted to drag. You,
I
it
was,
was.
no, I
You were
was
being too
taking a
nice.
chance. I was taking a chance. That's what comedy's about.
Taking a
Fox,
risk. I
what
respect
ups?
that. I
Keep
respect.
going.
I respect it.
Hmm.
Don't believe the hype. NYU is wonderful, but also like so much money. And why? I actually don't believe that anyone should spend that much fucking money for school. But that's a different.
It's the label though. It's
It's
just
the.
like it's
I
like a
guess.
It's a Goyard wallet or whatever.
I
Goyard. Or I don't
guess.
even know how to pronounce it,
I
but
don't
it's one
even
of
know
those
what that
wallets
is.
that is so expensive that it's like, what does this do for
What
you?
does
But
it do?
when you put it out on the table, they're like, oh,
Oh.
it- you summer in the Hamptons. Okay, you're doing well. Your parents are still in your life.
Hey. I
And that's
guess.
what happens when you say NYU.
Yeah, I guess people are like, oh, your parents are around and they
Yeah,
care.
you're
They
doing well.
they're
Yeah.
invested. I guess. No, but I mean, like, downtown just has that freedom and that space. And so I mean, I did come out, but I do agree with you that like if you wait long enough, and as you said, paying your own goddamn bills, it's like who you coming out to? Like what opinion do you like if you don't pay for nothing, what does your opinion mean in the grand scheme of things right now? But it takes a while to become financially sufficient. And that's actually when my mother and I so my mother became born again after my grandmother passed, which will be 10 years in November. And her born again brought up all of this stuff around my queerness. And I ended up having to just kind of put like a really big boundary because it just became unsafe for me to have that relationship. And the decision behind that boundary was like, you don't pay none of these bills. Like, I mean, you like there's what is your opinion here about my sexuality and like what does that matter? And if you don't have the respect enough to like hold that to yourself, like I'm not saying, and this is just me and my relationship. I was like, I'm not trying to change your mind. Like, think what you want to think. That's for you. But we can have respect for each other, right? And like, there are just certain things that we're not going to say to each other out of respect for one another. And if we can't even have that, it's like, well, girl, I'm not sure what we're doing here. Uh,
Yeah, I don't care if you're a stranger, a close friend, a family member. Like, I'm not doing that with you. I'm not
no,
right now. Like, I am too mentally exhausted to explain something that you can easily do take your fingers, hit the keyboard and ask questions about. Ask Siri, ask Alexa. Don't be coming up on my line asking these dumbass questions or even telling me your opinions
but that's the
that
thing. Not
is
even asking
not
questions.
helping me be a better person.
Right. It's not even asking questions. Is you're here to deliver opinions about something you know nothing about. And I'm like, I don't have that space, that energy, as you
I'm not doing it.
said.
I haven't spoken to my mother in a few months, and she survived COVID and she came out and she was still homophobic, and I was like, "How? You were in the hospital, you
Fuck.
almost died. You still have the energy? That's crazy." There's people who
To be,
got COVID and they can barely still breathe,
but
and
you got the
you
energy
are
to give
using
this
your
hate.
breath to tell me that, oh my God, I can't believe that you are gay. What did I do wrong? You think you have that kind of power to make me
Mm,
gay? Girl, bye
by
and sit
to
down.
make
And I haven't spoken to her and it's fine. Like, I'm
and of
okay.
course it's fine for your mental health. It's we make sure our parents are okay and they're doing well, but also in terms of the day to day, we just can't harness that energy. When did you get that confident though? It took me a minute to get like, okay, thanks, goodbye. When did you discover? Did it all happen at once? You came out, you were like, okay, homophobes, get out, or did it take some time to be like, okay, cool, like I got to make a decision about these relationships?
Again, it was just, I kind of fell into this crazy world of nightlife, and
Mhm.
nightlife is very daring and fearless. And when you're on drugs, nobody could tell you shit anyway. And
Right.
you are making a ton of money. So a lot of your decisions is based on what the hell you want to do, when you want to do it, and no questions asked. You want to
Yeah.
go to some a tropical island in a week, boom, you got to put the money down. You don't
You
have
got
to
the
tell nobody.
coins.
Long as you get somebody to cover your shifts, you're there.
Yes.
So living that kind of life and seeing people buy what they want to buy and hang with the people they want to hang with, I kind of took that in and was like, yeah, yeah, this is how I'm living my life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I don't have a savings account, but yeah, I'm gonna make some crazy decisions. Like, I'm gay now, and not crazy, but just like
Yeah.
I love my sexuality now and nobody can change it. Oh yeah, I'm not doing well financially because haven't paid my taxes in 12 years, but I'm going to be who I'm going to be. So just living that life and doing what I want to do when I want to do it. I didn't care what people were saying.
Yeah. Was there a just because the show is called Black Folks and we are two Black queer folk, and that's often for me a point of contention, right? Like, your queerness, your Blackness, and their intersections. Do you Was there a reckoning that ever happened for you to kind of merge those two, or when you came out? I mean, obviously we are those intersections no matter what, but in terms of finding a way to embrace those intersections, was there a reckoning for that? You look good from every angle. The way this thing is moving, and you look
Sorry,
good in every
sorry,
angle.
friend. Uh, well, I'm obviously a black woman first. Like
Yeah,
that's what you're gonna see. You don't know that I'm queer or gay or whatever until I start talking, and it depends on what day it is. You won't know, you know, what my sexuality is until you ask me. Well, are you dating somebody? Because I sometimes I feel like I don't have to mention that if it's not asked.
right.
But well, I'm lying because I'm in a relationship now and you gonna know. Like you gonna know I am happy. The person is making me blush and just making me love life, even though I stay in quicksand. But love is real and love is light and love is
Yes.
happening. So you're gonna know that I'm gay because I'm like, so my girlfriend was talking to me yesterday, and it's like, okay,
Ah!
we didn't
We weren't
ask
even talking.
you.
We weren't
But
talking about that. What you wanted
yeah,
to?
but again, I'm black woman first, and then I am a lesbian, and yeah, just mix all together. But it comes down to representation. Like you see the two people that I mentioned that inspires me are gay men,
Yeah.
and I need to do a better job of getting more lesbians in my life. Like I love Robin Cloud. That's another person who is inspiring and is really helping me navigate through my career and just a really good friend. But I don't have enough lesbians in my life
Sure.
to really just call them out and just list it off because I make friends with whoever's around me just like by convenience.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm a lazy fuck, sorry. And
yeah.
but
No
the friends
apologies.
that I have are the in my circle are black women. So I
Yeah.
feel like because they're black women, that cancels out of, oh, I have to go make new friends. Also 35, I'm not making new friends. This is it. I am done. It
That,
is hung up. The friend cloak has been burnt.
come on.
I don't have the
No
energy.
new
I want to know
friends.
about your life. You don't need to run down anything to me. My call log is cut off. So, anywho, yes. So I am queer. I am black. It's all mixed up. But again, black woman first, and then queer is separate.
Yeah. I think for me, I don't know. I mean, I guess it changes. I'm at a place where I don't know. And obviously, as a woman, you have a very different experience than I do in a male presenting body.
Hmm.
And it's a different set of obstacles that as a black woman you're up against. So for me, I think because there's so much privilege in my male body, and obviously we can talk about, which that just seems like we're
And
towards
you're
the end of
tall too.
I'm tall. She's
Let's
6'1".
not withhold the facts
Yes,
is
she's
that you're
6'1".
tall
Yes.
and you're attractive
Well, thank you.
and you live in LA.
Thank you.
So you're
Yeah.
already doing better than most.
How dare you?
I'm just
I
saying.
am tall. I am tall.
How tall are you?
6'1".
Hello.
I keep my beard lined up. I keep my skin regimen on point.
Bye.
So there's a privilege there.
Hmm.
So but I do think so I think at first what I was struggling with was my blackness, because I wasn't out, right? So like middle school or high school into college, I was struggling with my blackness, especially went to high school in the South. I went to boarding
Yeah.
school. Then in college around 18, 19, maybe end of freshman year, sophomore year, I started struggling with my queerness. And then somewhere around like 20, those two things came to a head because I was dating a lot of white men, and I had to have some
Oh.
questions about
Well,
what
you
is.
went to NYU.
Yes, honey, and it ain't nothing but white men, and ain't
In the
nothing but
village,
in the
we have to say the
village, honey.
village. The village is beautiful for the West Village is beautiful for gays, but it's very set up for white gays.
Oh, it is the system is set up for the white gay men to
It's like
thrive.
where are the black
Yes,
queer parties and bars?
yes,
They're not
they
in the
don't
West
no,
Village.
they are not there,
They're in
not at all.
Brooklyn.
They
So
are in Brooklyn.
there's that.
And there was one in Harlem that I loved across the street from my old apartment. But that became my work, was then to find like my Black queer community,
Hmm.
which was very difficult. And at times continues to be difficult in LA as well. Like I live close to West Hollywood. It's very white, but it's like, uh, I guess all of this to say, I think at one point they were very separated. And now for me, I don't know how to separate the experience. What I was trying to say is that I feel like I don't know how to separate them anymore. Although I recognize that, when people see me first, they see, Black man. And when I open my mouth, more than likely they're going to go, he's queer, unless they're hopeful enough to
Yeah,
think that they, but I'm
that's
not,
for sure.
that's, but, you should see these DMs. And I'm always like, what? Get out of here. Like, what are you talking about?
Girls,
Um,
girls in your DMs
yes,
like,
I do. And it's
hi.
like,
Well, you are stunning. I'm not gonna lie.
as are
It's
you.
something about you and Dwayne Perkins that I'm like,
I love Dwayne.
okay, I
Dwayne
I
and I would have beautiful, beautiful babies. I just want to say
I
that
don't
if
want to date men, but if I had to, like, it's
we could be a
gun to my
throuple,
head, you and Dwayne Perkins for sure.
I think we would thrive in a throuple.
I would love that
Um,
for us.
I think I love that for us too. That
But
black
honestly, when there's
chocolate.
two men in a when it's two men involved, it's a gangbang for me. It's a gangbang. It's too much. Just saying.
I appreciate your honesty. I have one more question for you.
Yep. Just one more?
Just one more. My last question for you, Sydney. Which my last question for you? Yes, come through. Give me the yes. I use this. I've been using this Vaseline body balm, which is everything. I also have a Bliss and an Aquaphor, but Vaseline
Oh, okay. Well, I'll
body
try that
balm.
out.
Yes. Um, my last
Last
question.
question.
The last question for you is, and I want to figure out how I want to phrase it, which is, how do you? Just in thinking about representation, this might be a challenging question. Hold on.
No, no, no. Ask it, and then if we need to workshop it, we can.
How dare I live for this light that you just for this last question? How dare you? Um, I'm gonna workshop this question, which
Yeah,
is
then we'll.
that then we'll get to an answer, which is that I'm so fascinated by this idea, or this the fact that you didn't have a lot of representation of Black lesbians growing up. And then even talking about, wanting to expand possibly your community to have more Black lesbians in there. And so I'm wondering, what do you, Jesus, this is why I'm not Oprah. What do you hope that you can be, and I might have to reword this, you can
Yeah.
be for young Black lesbians or young Black girls who are, let's do this.
Mm.
I love this. What would you say to a young Black girl who is working through her sexuality right now?
Well, if we're saying that they're a girl, we're gonna say that they're young, so
Yes.
they're not 35, and because age does matter, because you
Yes.
you will realize that everything that you think that's so important right now, you're gonna truly look back just in 2 or 3 years and be like, damn, I made that more than what it was. Like,
Yes.
it should be more in terms of do the things that you think will make you happy, and find find your light, and find out what you're great at, what you're good at, and what you can do.
Yeah.
If you figure that all out, then everything else will follow. But truly, your sexuality is for you. It's
Yeah.
for you and only you, and you don't have to share that with anybody until you're ready, or if you want to date. And don't make people put you in a corner or put you in a hole and make you feel like, oh my God, I have to say this up top because this is what makes our situation better. Well, no, maybe
Mm.
I need to workshop this too.
We'll
Okay,
workshop it.
boom. Here we
Yes.
go. Here we go. We're better. Okay, if you're a young girl growing up and trying to figure out your sexuality, just know that it's for you, and you don't need to come out or pressure yourself into anything until you're ready.
Mm,
Because the best time to be yourself is when you're confident in it. If you are half-assed, like I don't know, I think I'm gay, then that gives people the opportunity to poke holes in it and question you too many times. When you come out and you're like, I am this, and I am proud and I'm loving it, then nobody can knock you down. So
mm,
so it is okay to try to figure it out, ask
yeah.
questions, be around people who inspire you and are open to your curiosity and won't make
Yeah.
you feel stupid about it. Because sex is easy, but also sex is hard. Okay. It is
Man.
so hard. As an older woman, yeah, I was not making women come. I was barely making myself come, which was due to depression. So also get
Oof.
your whatever you're doing, make sure that your mental is on point, and then your sexuality will also flow through that.
Yes.
Because once you get everything up top, then the bottom will flow.
Yes.
Just I'm saying sexuality is a bottom and your mind is a top. So just in case you didn't get that.
Just in case you didn't understand.
But just know, if you feel like you don't see yourself, yourself is out there. If you think that you need more representation as well, then also be that representation that you think is missing.
Oof.
I will always continuously be myself in hopes that I will attract the right people that feel like they're they're connected to me in some kind of way. So if you think that it's the end of the world just coming out and your family not accepting you that much, it's not. It's not that big of a deal. They'll get over it. And some of them don't, but for the most part, they will get over it. They
Hey.
will. And
Hey.
if they don't get over it, then at the end of the day, do you really need that uncle? Like, you don't need that uncle. You don't need that aunt. You don't need that cousin. Mother and father is kind of hard to
Yes.
just like push them out the way, but don't let the title fuck you up, because
Right.
there is mother and fathers and family out there that's not blood related and will take you in and make you want to be the true self that you are, that you don't have to hide. Damn,
Yes.
that was a lot, but I
No, that
needed to
was
get all of that
everything.
out. I needed to get all of that out.
I'm yes, yes.
Students, make those
Ditto.
cuts, make them edits, make it look
Ditto.
cute, make me sound good, girl.
Ditto, ditto, ditto. Sydney, thank you so much. This was
Thanks.